Howdy there, Pony. Short explanation. This is my very first fanfic I'm reading out loud, so a short explanation as to what I'm doing. I like listening to fanfics that are being read out loud, but unfortunately, a fanfic that I started a while ago but never really finished wasn't on YouTube, so I couldn't finish it via audio. So I figured, hey, why don't I record myself reading this out loud to you guys, and then I'll finish the story in the process. This is a pretty good fanfic. Quick warning, it does have serious themes, so this fanfic is not intended for the initial, or should we say, target audience of My Little Pony, instead for bronies in general. This is a story about sort of dark magic. There is if my memory serves me correctly, there is a bit of romantic themes, a rather borderline rape situation, and moderate violence. However, I wouldn't go so far as to classify this as clomp because there's very little of it. So, all pathetic, useless explanations aside, I'm just gonna start off with chapter 1, finish the video there, and do the rest of it in other videos so I can test different lengths. The story is called Inner Demons. You can find it on fanfiction.com by Sapphire Libra 3. If I ever figure out how to work links, I may put a link to the fanfic in the description below. You can go ahead and read along if you're into that kind of thing, but I've yet to meet someone who is. Alright, to begin. Chapter 1. The Most Important Day of Your Life. Twilight, get up! Spike called from downstairs. Boy, since when did Spike get up before her? Twilight Sparkle thought with a yawn. Maybe when Spike get up before me. Any rate, usually this was the other way around. Twilight would be up at 6 o'clock or so, do a little reading for herself, then call Spike down around 9. Spike waking her up? Either she slept in longer than she ever did, or there was something else going on. But for Spike to wake up, and to do so without any effort... She got out of bed and looked at her clock, getting the shock of a lifetime. It was already 9:30! Spike let her sleep in that late? Now in a state of panic, Twilight ran out of the room and rushed to the bathroom. Late! I'm late! Twilight called before pulling out her toothbrush. Brush, 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 brush. While brushing her teeth, she used her magic to turn on the water in the shower. Even if the schedule was thrown off, she had to maintain a sense of cleanliness, and that only added to her frustration. After the shower, she rushed downstairs with a list floating next to her. Why didn't you wake me up? She asked. Well, Twilight, you were up all this time, and you didn't bother to wake me? You see, what happened was... You know, I run on a tight schedule, Spike. I wake up at 6 o'clock, so I can get to work, cleaning the library, and after a little pleasure studying. If you'd let me, now my whole day is thrown off. God, Spike, I expect better from you. Oh, forgot to mention, there might be some cussing. Probably should have included that. Anyway. Twilight! Spike finally shouted, stopping Twilight in her tracks. I took care of all that, he explained. Excuse me? Twilight asked. Yeah, I sorted out the books, dusted the shelves, even made breakfast, Spike explained, actually making Twilight look around. Sure enough, the library hadn't looked so clean in a long time. Her books were organized in alphabetic order, the shelves, desks, everything was sparkling. It looked like Spike even mopped. I think similar to that. That actually happened in an episode once, so that's kind of cool. Oh, wait, what'd you say about also making breakfast? Twilight said, now raising an eyebrow. Spike chuckled. Come with me. Didn't do the voice there. Sorry about that. He said, walking into the kitchen. Twilight shrugged and followed him. When she got to the kitchen, she found a plate of food, nicely prepared with pancakes and orange juice. Looking at this surprised Twilight, and it was touching that Spike went so far, but there had to be a reason. Okay, what's up? Twilight said with an edge of suspicion. Did you break something? Spike laughed. No, Twilight. So you want something and you're afraid I'm going to say no, right? She asked, making Spike laugh again. No, Twilight. I can't believe you of all people would perhaps you of all ponies, would be the better word there, you of all ponies would forget today. What? Twilight asked, now a little frustrated. What's going on? And why are you laughing so hard? Twilight, I did this as a present for you. A present? Yeah, a birthday present. Huh? Twilight asked, not looking at the calendar. Sure enough, not only was it her birthday, but an important one. She turned 21 today. Looking at the calendar made Twilight's excitement rise higher and higher, till she was laughing happily. She then ran over to Spike, used her magic to put him on his back, and began dancing and spinning around in happiness, laughing the whole time. I take it you're happy? Spike asked. Of course, Twilight set Spike down. Today I'm 21. Do you know what this means? You're finally legal? You can finally go drinking with the others? You can go in the cool clubs now? Well, technically. Even Twilight had to admit she was curious what went on in those clubs. But that's not what I'm talking about. She used her magic to bring a golden chest in the kitchen. Princess Celestia put a number of books in this chest, but there's a special lock on it. It'll only open for me when I'm 21. Spike, I can finally learn magic on the princess's level. Right, I remember when she gave you that chest, Spike said, looking at the chest, and the strange lock keeping it closed. Like that door that sealed the elements of harmony, this chest had a lock that only opened when a specified unicorn would insert their horn in the center, where the keyhole usually was. This particular lock was made only to open for Twilight Sparkle, but it was charmed to only open when she turned 21. Twilight had no idea what kind of magic and knowledge she would find, but it had to be major. Why else would Twilight have to wait so long to open it? I've perfected every other spell. I didn't start with Spike there. I've perfected every other spell she taught me, Twilight said, walking up to her breakfast. Oh, okay, there. Makes sense. Walking up to her breakfast, and I've learned every single spell and books I could access before. All that's left for me to learn is the spells in that chest. So you can open it right away? Spike said, going into the sink. Why is he going into the sink? I don't know. Perhaps that's how he washes the dishes. I don't know. As much as I want to, I have to wait until later. Knowing Pinkie Pie, she probably has something really big planned for this day. Yeah, probably, Spike said, laughing silently. Twilight took note, but left it alone. I mean, why would Spike stop with another question? He was doing the dishes. Ah, there we go. Does dishes in a weird manner. Inside the chimney. Twilight began wishing every day were her 21st birthday. Does that mean she'll grow like Spike does when he gets greedy? Anyway, I talk way too much during this. This has been the only one that I'm going to talk so much. The other ones are going to be more about the fanfic. Although she said she wouldn't read them, she was still curious about them. After breakfast, she decided to spend some time getting to know the new books while she waited for the visit she knew was coming. The books themselves had really interesting titles. Dark Arts, really misspelled, and Their Origins, The Secrets of Necromancy, Prophecies of the Old World. There were so many books, and all of them had weird names. Why would Princess Celestia give her these kinds of books? She looked at the bottom of the chest and saw a letter from the princess. Alright, so I'm not fully aware of how people post like half an hour stuff onto YouTube. I personally have never been able to. So I'm going to cut the video off here. Other videos that I'll be posting will be posted with, much more effort into them, much more serious into it. This is my very first fanfic. At the time of recording, I actually don't even have an account to post it to, because I'm going to make a pony account for this, brony account I should say, and I'm going to post it there. So I guess I'm going to stop this recording, make the account, put this recording on the account, and then start recording the other episodes while that uploads. So yeah, this is Name